Hello, welcome back. It's time for episode 2 of our Madness from Libs of TikTok. Shout out to Big Nick again. I'll leave a link somewhere floating around. He's the legend that's edited this together and scavenged for all of the individual videos so that I didn't have to put myself through it. It means I only have to watch it once. So he's got a playlist on his channel over like 11 or 12 videos, and the one that we did first, our Libs of TikTok video, is his second video in that playlist. So now, our second video, we're going to do his first video, so that our third video is the same as his third video. That makes sense. Let's go. See what we get. Yeah. The description says cringes, so deep breath. I'll try it, Nick.
That I would like validation for my gender identity. There are some pictures of me. My pronouns are it and they.
It!
My gender is none. I enjoy dressing in a more feminine, I guess, way. But I don't want to be associated with gender. I enjoy looking like a clown. I kind of view myself as a doll. I don't abide by gender. I'm fucking built different.
I'm a man, right? But I'm also not a woman. Forget gender. I'm a vibe.
But yes, darling, yes, you are built different. You need some help. Honestly. I understand that going through the teenage years can be quite troubling and finding yourself and all this. I understand that's difficult, but you need help, not medication, conversation. That's what you need. Somebody.
I'm
This
an
dude.
idea.
Self as a doll. I don't abide by gender.
Yes,
I'm fucking built different.
indeed you are.
I'm a man, right? But I'm also not a woman. Forget gender. I'm a vibe. I'm an idea, a concept, if you will. I'm also a catastrophe, so there's that.
Pink belongs
I
at
agree.
Pride.
100% you are a catastrophe. Like that's madness. I'm a vibe. Don't vibes change? Can you not change the vibe of a room with a new sofa? You can't base yourself on something that's fluid that moves. If I say to you, point at a piece of that river, by the time you've pointed and the time I've looked, the delay between those two times, right? The bit you've pointed at has moved. So you're not even pointing at that bit of river. So how can you base your gender identity on something that's fluid, that flows and moves? I've said this before. If you wake up and you're hungry, it doesn't make you hungry gender. It makes you ready for breakfast. Yeah, and you are a catastrophe for your parents. They must be devastated. A young lad like that, look, in good physical health, could have had a nice family and stuff, and he's got mental problems that lead him to believe these things, and our society is reinforcing it. It's terrible. What a shame.
Pink belongs at Pride.
So I didn't hear what you
So
said.
there's that.
Pink belongs at Pride. Children belong at Pride.
Kink.
Kink is not inherently sexual and has a deep-seated...
What did he just say?
at Pride. Kink is not inherently sexual and has a...
Kink is not inherently sexual, is what he just said. Proceeds to show a definition. In human sexuality, kinkiness is the use of non-conventional sexual practices, concepts, or fantasies. So it's the use of sexual practices. All the rest of the words are just descriptive. Do you not agree? Is that not how language works? These are adjectives around nouns. Do you not agree? So in sexuality, kinkiness is the use of sexual practices. It's still a true statement if you remove all that other stuff. So all the rest of it just makes it sound weird. The term derives from the idea of a bend in one's sexual behaviour, to contrast such behaviour with straight or vanilla sexual more proclivities. So it is inherently sexual, isn't it? You fool.
deep-seated history in the LGBT community. It's not like a minor seeing someone wearing a collar is going to traumatize them.
Whoa. That's borderline paedophilia, that, mate. I saw a video from the podcast of the Lotus Eaters that went round, and there was a little girl walking around with a stripper with plastic, like, Band-Aid looking things on her titties with this dental floss thong on with big fake boobs and a big fake butt. She was walking around with this little girl. That there is child abuse. I'm going to do a video at some point in the future on what abuse actually is and what child abuse actually is. And a lot of people don't realise they're even doing it. And a lot of people don't realise that other people are doing it, so they don't call them out on it. That video, the people who filmed it and the person walking around with the child should both have been locked up. And all the people around cackling, applauding it, were implicit in child abuse. They literally took a child, had that child parading around with a stripper, filmed it and put it on the internet. Isn't that child pornography? In some strange way, is it not? It's mad. Let's go. I don't know what this is.
Ties them.
To be straight this weekend? Because it's pride. That's the law. That's the law. I don't make the law. It's the law, you know? You have to follow the law. Right? She agrees.
Like homo.
Dressed up like a woman, then laughs at Eddie Murphy. I'm a woman, I'm a woman. What a guy. Oh God, there's breast hanging out here, that ain't good.
Like homosexuals, do you like lesbians? Do you like transgender peeps? If so, let's all be friends. Friends, friends, let's be super gay friends. Let's force the whole world to be gay.
Oh yeah.
And all be super gay friends.
Straight.
I think you had me at the first 3 lines. I like gay people, I like lesbians, I like transgender people. I have nothing against these people. And then, oh no, the 4th line, I think the 4th line was, can we not all just be friends? Yes, that's what I want. I want all of us to get along. I'm pretty much a pacifist. Violence solves nothing. It really doesn't. Might break a couple of knuckles in the nose, but at the end of the day, it doesn't do out. You've still got the thought, you've still got the resentment, it's all still there. The loser's not going to be bitter, are they? Like, it solves nothing. It solves nothing. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think we should all be friends. But let's all force the world to be gay. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. No matter how much breast slippage you have, right? You're not going to convince me that that's a good idea. I know you can put a scantily clad woman on a sports car and some men will buy it, but putting titties along with that message doesn't make that message any more sellable, shall we say. Oh God, this is taking a dark turn.
Men can have sex with men and not be gay? They can.
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
My first...
You are gay. Oh, that guy. That guy that's just been on, he is a homophobe. He is a proper homophobe. He's some, I can't remember what country he runs, but he runs a country somewhere in Africa. Abraham Preach have showed him before. Yeah, he's up there like, you're going to hell, you're going to burn forever. He's up there with those kind of crazy homophobe people. But yeah, I've got some news for this guy. I'm sorry to break it to him.
Few videos were about straight men having gay sex, and I'm getting activity again in comments that people don't understand that straight men can be attracted to the sex act, but not to the man.
But the sex act is based on the object, is it not? So like, what he's saying there is you can be attracted to the act of sex and it doesn't matter what you fuck. It's the act that... So, how does that even make sense? So if I had sex with a dog, that wouldn't be bestiality. Because I only wanted the act, it wasn't the thing that I put my penis in, it was the fact that my penis was in something. Dude's gay. He slipped into some gay porn, realised he might be bisexual, and now he doesn't want to accept it.
Straight men having sex with men doesn't cancel somebody's heterosexuality.
No, you're correct. Because they never had heterosexuality in the first place if they were gay. It can't cancel something that didn't exist. If a man is having sex with a man, by definition, he is a homosexual. By definition. If I was to go and trip and fall and put my penis inside a man now and it was completely accidental, do you know what it would be? It'd be accidental sodomy and it'd be accidental homosexuality. It'd still make me a little bit homosexual, wouldn't it? If I accidentally did it. There's no way around this. As soon as you put your penis into that thing, that is it. You have had sex with that thing. If you have had sex with that thing, it makes you that thing sexual. Hetero means the opposite. Homo means the same as. Bi means both. A means none. You know what I mean? You can't be asexual and have lost your virginity. Doesn't really make sense, because now you're in that camp. You're just a celibate heterosexual. You can only be asexual if you're a virgin, you've never had sex. Otherwise the term makes no sense. So if I was to break up with my fiance and become celibate now and became asexual and I wasn't attracted to anybody, I'm now an asexual homosexual because of a heterosexual because I've had sex with women. You know what I mean? It's inescapable. It's part of your past kind of thing. So this dude, I think he's battling with his conscience and he's trying to get justification from the outside world.
Any more than a straight woman having sex with a woman cancels her sexuality.
Ladies, if you're out there eating taco and claim to be straight, you're lying to everybody and yourself, aren't you? Think about it. If I was out there sucking dick and I'm telling you, no, I'm straight, I just like the taste of semen. That's the logic he's using.
And it's not about bi erasure either. Please don't say that. Bisexual men are attracted to both men and women to different degrees. Straight men are not attracted to men. They're attracted to the sex with men. Could someone...
And the sex with men is based on their attraction to the men. I don't want to fuck my microphone because I'm not attracted to it. Is the attraction not somewhat the actual gate that you open to engage in the denial? This is what denial looks like, gentlemen. There's nothing wrong with being gay. There's nothing wrong with it. What difference is it going to make to your life? At least you know who you want to have sex with. At least you know what your type is. At least you can get on with your life, adopt some kids. You could even fucking go through some surrogacy program where you could get somebody. If there's two guys, you could have a lucky dip with a pot and get a woman pregnant. Or you could do the first guy as a kid and then the second guy as a kid. So you've both got a kid each and you're going to raise them as two parents. And you could do it the other way around with two women. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Do you know what I mean? He's acting like he is this weird heroin addict Ben Affleck looking motherfucker. He needs to accept it, I think.
Some of these men be gay or bisexual? Absolutely. But that comes over time, and that's a trajectory that only they can be in touch with to figure that out. Not the therapist and not anyone else. So before you leave comments, please watch my earlier videos. Read fucking wheel!
Before I leave comments, watch your earlier videos. Dude, if you want to have sex with men, you are sexually attracted to men. That is the reason that you want to have sex with them. That's how paedophilia works. You're sexually attracted to minors. That's how it works. It's the attraction that drives the action. If you're not attracted to something, you'll just ignore it. You'll be indifferent. Or it will attract you in a negative way, in which case you'll dislike it. So even if you were attracted to the intercourse with the men, you still have to like it. Do you know what I mean? It's just...
Oh man, holy shit, we are witnessing a baby fucking whale right here, dude. Holy shit. That thing is big, Jay. What is that thing? It looks hurt.
It looks hurt. It looks hurt. Oh, what is that thing? We're looking at a fucking baby whale. Yeah, that's not a good look, is it? That's not a good look. We need to talk about body positivity at some point. Because body positivity is another set of words to describe being overweight and it making you unhealthy, but people not judging you for it. So I smoke cigarettes. I smoke a lot of cigarettes, and I'm well aware that it makes me unhealthy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, it's fine, smoke 20 a day. You go, you. I'm not going to do that, am I? It's terrible. It shouldn't be done. If you're watching this and you don't smoke, don't smoke. Just don't start, because once you've started, you slide down that hill. It helps me with my stress, admittedly. I'm a very angry man if I don't have cigarettes, but I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't even recommend it to my worst enemy. I'd want to kill him, not the cigarettes. Think about it. So, body positivity, yeah, it's not good. Body positivity is making excuses for people to be unwell. Like, the list of things is endless. Like the heart attacks and the bone problems and the breathing problems, and it can even give you mental problems because you can get oxygen deprivation to the brain because your lungs, just no matter how effective your lungs are, when you've got that much mass to oxygenate, because the way your blood works, in case you don't know, your blood goes all over your body and goes into your lungs, and your lungs oxidize the red cells, the red blood cells, and then they get shipped back out all over the body, come back droopy, and then you fill them back up with air again. That's what happens. So the more you have to fill up, the more air you need. So your breathing, if you've got breathing problems and you can't oxygenate your body, it can lead to brain problems because you're not oxygenating your brain. You can't even think clearly. Honestly, it's mad. So yeah, baby whale ain't good for you. Making fun of them like that ain't good though. It is funny. It is funny.
Holy shit. That thing is big,
as a result
Jay.
of that,
What
do you
is
think she'll
that
go on a
thing? It
diet?
looks hurt.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm like, I'm not actually non-binary. I'm making it up for attention. And then I refer to myself as they in my own head and almost cry. This does not feel like making it up for attention.
Pronouns?
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's going on inside your mind, darling. That's the thing. It's inside your mind. It's not on me. It's not on me to change the universe. I'm not going to move a star for you because it hurts your eyes. I'm not going to do that. It's on you to learn how to cope with the demons in your mind that want to drag you to hell. It's up to you to do that. So, don't foist it upon me. All the kids, stay away from the kids. Fuck the kids. Stay away from anyone below 25. Until someone's 25 and the brain and everything's fully developed, just leave them the fuck alone. They're struggling with who they are. Do you know what I mean? Just leave them alone. Don't make anybody else do what you want them to do.
They, them. Oh, I've never heard those before. What are they? They're what's known as neopronouns. What are...
Neo's a prefix that you add to words to make it new. Like the ones that you're thinking of. So if you talk neo-Nazis, for example. So when I say Nazi, you think of like Mengele, the scum of the earth, and Goebbels, and you think of them. They're the Nazis. But a neo-Nazi are like the new Nazis. So the neo-Nazi groups that are all over the place. The war in Ukraine is happening because of neo-Nazis, according to Putin's story. I won't go into that. But yeah, so neo means new. So neo pronouns means like new pronouns out of the blue. Like, so they don't, like, neo means like they're not linked to the old movement. They're just, if they've got a similar label. So neo pronouns technically aren't pronouns. You know what I mean? Like, neo-Nazis aren't part of the Third Reich. There's a divide. That's why we put the prefix in, so that you know it's separate. So a neo pronoun, not really a pronoun, is it? Think about it. If you really think about it, it's not a pronoun. It's a neo pronoun. Like a trans woman isn't a woman, is it? Because if it was a woman, you'd call it a woman. But, yeah.
They're neopronouns. They're basically your own custom pronouns. When no other pronouns seem to fit, you come up with your own pronouns. Anything can really be a pronoun. Oh, how do I use them?
Anything can be a pronoun, really. No, it can't. They aren't like other words. They're nouns or verbs or adjectives. Do you know what I mean? They're not. Like, the world is on fire, and we don't have a bladder big enough to put it out.
Depends on the person and their pronouns. They, them follows a similar spelling to they and them, and even similar grammar rules like there and there. So they, them, themself, theirs.
I'm sorry, but themself is drifting into German. They are sat by themselves.
Things like that. Oh, okay. And there are other neopronouns you said? Well, yeah, because they're customizable. Anything can be a pronoun, really. Oh, I didn't...
They're customizable. Jesus Christ. The dictionary is not a Lego set. The dictionary is not a Lego set. The dictionary is a compendium of all the words that we've ever come up with that actually have a fucking meaning to them. And they have a meaning for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Like, they need... Like, all a word is a token, right? It's a speech token that we use to represent things. So, you are my viewer, right? So in this context, you're a viewer, so I'm using that word, and now you know that viewer means somebody who's sat observing something. So that word has a label, and all of these words are connected to each other because eventually you will find a circle in the dictionary where one word is defined by this, then that word will be defined by that, and that word will be defined by this, and they will loop around on each other. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not customizable. If you pull one word out and change its meaning, you can destroy 15 other words, which will then have another, like the butterfly effect of those 15 words now slightly not making sense. So we've got another 110 words now that don't even make sense. And then it's just a ripple that goes through the entire language. It doesn't make any sense. And I make this point every time I see it. If it's all about your fifis and how you're feeling, why'd you paint yourself? Why is it all about external presentation if it's about internal feeling? Why is it all about external presentation to you? Do you feel better putting that makeup on? If you do, maybe it's a sign. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's keep going.
Realize that you can customize your own pronouns. That's pretty cool.
But wait!
There's
more!
I'm gender fluid. Oh, okay. Wait, what does gender fluid mean again? Gender fluid means my gender changes depending on the day or week, or even depending on the hour. It also means the pronouns I'm comfortable with can change too. Oh, so how do I know what pronouns to use for you and other gender fluid people? We all express them differently, but personally I express them through color-coded bracelets. Pink.
Right. So, do you know what unstable means? Unstable means it's not going to stay there. Unstable means through some external force it will move. Yeah? Someone's going to wobble it. Someone's going to move it, right? So she's just said that her gender can change based on the day or the hour. So that means she's using all this word salad to say, I am mentally unstable. She's used all that shit to say, I am mentally unstable. That is what she's saying there. My gender changes, it's fluid, it can move. That's what she's saying. She's saying that I am unstable as a person and I could be Brenda next week or Dave tomorrow. I don't even know anymore. That's what she's saying. And another thing, that the reason for the facepalm was, where I grew up in a town called Darlington, and we had a Dolphin Centre swimming pool. That's what it was called, the Dolphin Centre swimming pool. And you'd go in and you'd buy your ticket and stuff at the counter, you'd go and get changed and you'd go to the pool. When you went to the pool, they would give you a little rubber band, and that rubber band was colour coordinated to a 15-minute time section. So if we got in at 20 past, they would give us the band from quarter past. We'd get an hour, the yellow light would come off, yellow bands would get out the pool. And that's how she does her identity. She treats her identity like I used to treat swimming as a child. Jesus.
Means she, her, yellow means they, them, and blue means he,
I don't know. So she's using sexist stereotypes. Why does blue have to be for a boy? Why can't blue be for a little gremlin? Does it have to be green if it's a baby gremlin? Sexist bigot.
And if I'm comfortable with more than one pronoun, I will combine them. Oh, okay, so today's she, they day?
They, she.
You got it. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
I'm sorry. If somebody came up to me and introduced themselves as they, she, I'd think that was their name. I'd think that they've got like Persian parents or something. That's what I'd think. Hello, my name is they, she. Oh, what's your surname? Davidson. Okay. See you later, they, she.
Jax, and I just came up with new neo-pronouns that combine he, him, she, her, and they, them, okay? So hear me out. They, them, theirs, okay? They, them, their, whatever you want to consider it, right? Let's take the first one, the, okay? This combines she, he, and they, right? They. The. That's what they said, you know? That's what they said. Next, we got them, right? Okay, so them, that's just combining them and him. Them. You know?
Them.
I went to a movie with them the other night. Them. Last one, theirs, okay? It's just like theirs, but like also like hers. Theirs. That jacket's theirs. Yes.
This is a very, very confused individual. And I can only assume here that is a young lady that's had a double mastectomy, had a breast removed, and she's now on testosterone therapy to grow a moustache that a 13-year-old boy can produce. You're not fooling no one, love. Your voice is about 4 octaves too high. That's devastating, that. I hope that this person here lives the rest of their life and doesn't regret it. Because that's the worst thing that I've seen happen to them so far. The suicidality doesn't change. They're still just as distressed as they were pre-op. Nothing changes. They're still just as vulnerable and they still need just as much help. I can't believe we abandon people to this fate. I really can't. This was allowed to happen. This was allowed to happen. Bad, that. Very bad.
This just sounds like they, them pronouns. But with the new ultra-scientific method, we have them so they've combined he and she as well. Everybody gets you with he, them, theirs today, yeah?
I'm gonna say that I don't use they, them pronouns. You use they, them pronouns for me. I also am not a they, and I'm not a them, and I'm not a they, them. My pronouns are they, them. If you need a noun to use for me, just call me a bitch. Thank you.
Shut up, bitch!
Bitch! Oh, I couldn't have said it better myself. If you smell... What, Dwayne is roasting. Shut up, bitch! Yeah, you are a bitch. An idiot.
I am Alice. Call me she.
You see
My
this?
brother Danny is he. Avon is our oldest sibling. They are non-binary. What's non-binary, you say?
Whoa.
They use the pronouns them and
Bang.
they.
I struggle to watch stuff like this. This is awful. This is absolutely awful. This, in my mind, this is child abuse. There's a little infant there doesn't know anything about sexuality. They need to be sat playing with sand and blocks and learning about what numbers are and the symbols that become letters that become words. That's what they need to be learning. And instead of teaching them about like Bob had a pet frog and like a dog that went out and buried a bone and all these just classical, traditional, good for children stories, you're giving them all this stuff about non-binary gender flopping and all this stuff. Like, you can't do it. Jordan Peterson says it. It's really succinct as well. He says it in Matt Walsh's documentary, What is a Woman? And he says, 1 in 10 boys will present as feminine and 1 in 10 girls will present as masculine. What's the solution? Chop them up. How succinct is that? How succinct is that? It's, you couldn't say it any more neat. Look at the picture I've posted on that child as well. Looks traumatised.
You see, families come in lots of different ways. My friend Ellie honors her 2 moms on Mother's Day. Look, she has 2 mommies.
No daddy.
No daddy. And Praya
no
down
daddy,
the
that's the
street
point.
has 2 amazing daddies. Unconditional love
And
is
then
what
there's no
makes
mommy.
a family.
The kids don't need to be raised, man. The kids don't need to be raised like that. Why are you sexualizing children? Like, you don't need to do it, because the opposite argument is like you also don't teach children about straight people, because being straight, gay or bi are all sexual topics, all of them, and children do not need to encounter a sexual topic until at least their body's gone through it. At least sex education shouldn't start at 6. Little girls should learn about their period when they're starting to get the periods. Little boys should start to learn about testosterone, so they're going to get angry round about the time they're starting to get it pumping through them. Like, you don't need to teach an infant about gay people, because we don't teach infants about straight people. This isn't about homosexuality. This is just leftist ideology trying to sexualize, and it's almost like they're grooming them. The leftists will take a child and they will groom it to be another leftist. Whereas the people on the right wing tend to breed people that like to think for themselves, but they're very strong opinions. I try and keep myself in the middle. Like, I do agree with some socialist policies, like the NHS, for an example. The NHS is a really good idea. It gets abused because it's not quite getting used properly, but it is a good idea, and that's a socialist policy. But I also think illegal immigration is wrong. If you want to come here, get a passport. There's people in the queue. You can't jump the queue. There's people that have been on a queue. There's surgeons from India that want to be here that have been put on a 3-year waiting list. You can't just come over on a dinghy from Calais. It's not the same thing, is it? You're getting shipped back out. That's right wing and left wing, so I'm quite central. But yeah, that is super extreme left stuff, that. Teaching that to children. They don't need to know. Let them be kids, man. Just let them be kids. You're robbing the youth from them. You're taking their innocence from them. It's disgusting. I struggle to watch it.
Cool. This is fucking
Sorry,
bullshit.
mate. What were you saying?
This is fucked. This is not right. This is not cool. This is fucking bullshit. This is fucking bullshit.
Talk. I'm a trans gal who hasn't had any surgeries, which means I have an outie, not an
I hope they're talking about belly buttons.
innie. So when I go out in public, I tuck. A lot of folks wonder if it's uncomfortable.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
But to put...
We've all seen that scene in Scary Movie where Ray turns round and he says, in or out. And we've all tried it, and we've all hurt our testes in the process. Every guy out there that's seen that film has been in a bathroom alone and thought, oh, every one of us, if they've seen the film. But how the hell would you walk around? And if you're a trans gal, as you put it, I'd imagine you're wearing feminine shoes, so you're putting a size 10 man foot in a lady shoe and trying to keep your knees together as you walk. I hope there's the footage of this.
Put it in perspective. Untucking isn't the first thing I do when I get home at night. The first thing I do is take off...
Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Every night, I can feel my leg, my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost.
God.
I'm surprised you made it this far. But if you have, make sure to go check out Libs of TikTok on Twitter. This is where I got most of these videos from in this video. Because I myself am not brave enough to venture onto TikTok. So make sure you go follow them. I left the link in the description below. Also, consider leaving this giving this video a big thumbs up and hitting the subscribe button and turning on all notifications. It does really help support the channel. You can also find all my other channels, as well as my Gab Minds, Twitter, and Instagram, linked in the description below. Go check them out.
That was the man, the myth, the legend himself, Big Nick, the guy who did all the editing. Do you see how he gave the shout out to the people? He's done this so that I didn't have to, but he's done that so that other people didn't have to. This is what the internet is for, people. This is what the internet is for. But yeah, Big Nick, good lad, Nick, good lad. But yeah, there you go, people. So hopefully that one was a little bit shorter than the last one. I think the last one was 50 odd minutes. No censorship again. Fuck. Couldn't care. It's coming straight from the hip, cut to the chase. I'll tell the motherfucking slut to her face, as Marshall Mathers once said. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed yet, do it. 48% of my views, I know the minuscule numbers, but 48% aren't subscribed, so get yourself subscribed. Peace.